Hey everybody, it's me, Erin. Welcome to the first day of fall. It's here. Thank goodness, cause tired of hot weather. Even though I know by next weekend it's supposed to be close to 90 again, but today the high is only like 72 and it's glorious. We've had the windows open, so I'm gonna just enjoy it while it's here. Also, with these cooler temperatures, I've been craving all the soups and chilies and whatnot, so today I'm gonna show y'all how to make Copycat Panera chicken and wild rice soup, which is pretty much dairy free, except for some butter, so you know. This is a recipe I found, I think on Pinterest, like 2 years ago, and I tweaked it a little bit before I knew Adam could have stuff with milk in it if it was cooked. But he really likes the flavor it gets from, I use coconut milk, so we're just gonna keep using that, even though he'd probably be okay with actual milk or cream, but let's just not mess with it if it's good, right? So let's get started. Grab an apron. So excited to wear plaid and darker colors. I mean, I love my spring and summer dresses, but I like my fall stuff too. I mean, you could obviously wear whatever you want whenever, but comment in the underpants below what your favorite soup or fall comfort food is. I would love to see. Maybe I'll get an idea and try to make one of your dishes. Basically what you need to do, you need some cooked shredded chicken, about 2 chicken breasts, good sized breastises, shredded up. You also need to prepare 1 cup of chopped celery, 1 cup chopped onion, and 1 cup of diced carrots. So do all that. The first thing that you're supposed to do, dump your chicken in a large pot, all that chickeny goodness. Pour in 6 cups of chicken broth. 1 box is about 4 cups. A can is about 2 cups. I reserved 2 cups of the water I boiled my chicken in, so like homemade stock, I guess. 6 cups of broth into your pot of chicken. And here's what else you're gonna add. Some of this Uncle Ben's fast cook long grain and wild rice. You certainly don't have to use this. You could just cook like whatever you want for long grain, but I like this is easier. I mean, I'm sure it's not the best sodium wise, but it's not that terrible actually. This does come with a seasoning packet. You're gonna want to set that aside, keep it, and then just dump in the rice and your chicken and your broth. Give it a stir and crank up that heat, and you're gonna bring it to a boil. Once it reaches a boil, take it off the heat, put a lid on it, and it needs to sit for like 20 minutes. But while it's doing all of that, you can be doing the rest of the stuff. So I guess we'll go on and do that too. And a smaller saucepan. Oh, wait. Before we get on to this start, here's another thing you need to prep. You need a 1/2 cup of flour with a 1/2 teaspoon of ground black pepper mixed into it. We're gonna be using that to form a roux. Go on and have that handy. You don't wanna, when everything starts happening, you just wanna be able to grab it and be ready to use it. So go on and prepare that. Now let's start making our vegetable roux, like fancy people do. I made a rhyme. So for the saucepan, you want it on a medium heat. We're gonna crank that up. I'm gonna go on and dump in 1 stick of butter. I'm gonna substitute with a little bit of olive oil. If you wanna just use butter, you need 1.5 sticks. I just kinda guesstimate how much oil, but there's that. I don't know, like, oh, maybe a tablespoon, something like that, I don't know. My hands are all greasy. Tap them on your wieners. While you're waiting on your butter to melt, grab all your veggies I mentioned. our butter has fully melted. So to that, we are going to add our carrots, our celery, and the onion. So that's your 3 cups of veggies. Boom, celery, onion. I don't typically use frozen carrots, but I think I went to the grocery store on the day that they were restocking. Like they had just gotten in everything, and there's only the fancy organic carrots, and I honestly cannot afford fancy organic carrots. So I bought me a $1 bag of frozen. Once you've dumped all your vegetables into your butter, you want to saute them for like 5 minutes. So do that. Once your vegetables have cooked for about 5 minutes, you're gonna dump in that seasoning packet we saved from the rice. If you don't have a seasoning packet, then season it however you think would taste good. I'm not really sure what's in here. Looks like some parsley maybe, a little garlicky, something like that. But go on and dump your packet into your veggies. Stir it up real good. Super exciting. We're gonna let them cook for about 5 more minutes. We're basically trying to get our veggies to soften a little bit. So keep, give it a stir here and there, but otherwise it's just gonna hang out for a little bit. So 5 more minutes. All right, so our veggies have been cooking. Now we gonna start to form a roux, everybody. This is when you wanna grab that flour and pepper mixture. Slowly add a little bit at a time and stir, 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 stir. So you don't want any clumps. Sprinkle a little bit, stir it. Sprinkle some more, stir it. Once you've got all your flour mixed in, you do want to keep cooking it for like 2 or 3 minutes to cook out that raw flour taste. Just to kind of make sure it's all, I guess, dissolved and incorporated in there. Keep on, stir it a little bit. That looks real gross, but it smells real good. While you're waiting on that to kind of still cook out that flour taste, you can go on and measure out 3 cups of light cream or coconut milk, or in my case, almond coconut blend, because they did not have just plain coconut milk, but it'll be fine. Again, this is what I started doing for Adam because I wasn't sure then if he could have straight up milk in this, but we really, really like the taste that this gives it. So gotta go on and measure out my 3 cups. And this is unsweetened, not vanilla flavor, whatever, just plain original. Alright folks, we're gonna start adding in our 3 cups of milk or cream. Very slowly, a little bit at a time, so that it doesn't get too soupy, because this is what, this is a more creamy soup, not super brothy. Just be patient and stir and pour and stir and pour. We'll go on and start a little bit. Okay, so this is what we have now. This creamy, gooey stuff of veggies. The fun part now is that we get to dump it all into our chicken and rice and broth pot. So grab that. This again has been sitting the whole time. Carefully pour your goo mixture into it. Stir it up real good. Now, as you can probably tell, it looks still really brothy, like soupy. We both prefer ours more creamy, like gravy thickness, which maybe you don't like it that much, which is fine. It's pretty much done. You do want to let it all simmer for like 15 minutes just so it can combine real well. We sometimes let ours go a little longer because we want it to be a thicker consistency. Good things sometimes take time. So we're gonna check back with you when it has thickened up, and we'll taste of it. Welcome back. Our soup has simmered, cooled a little bit, and is now a good consistency. I'm gonna get this bowl to taste. See, it's like... What are you staring?
I'm waiting for my turn.
Come on in, chug. There he is, taste tester. Ding, 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 ding. Ooh, ooh, ding, ding. Ta-da! Is this your favoriteest?
Ever. The first time she made this, I think I actually just fainted from happiness.
No.
It's so good, you guys.
Is that what you remember?
Oh man, it's creamy, it's juicy, it's got all that flavor in there. Oh.
It's kind of like chicken and dumplings, but no dumplings, it's rice. This with a good biscuit. Nice, a hot butter biscuit. That's a big bite.
This is a good bite because it's got all those flavors in it. I take a Jethro bite.
It's so warm. I'm a little cold now.
I don't even know how to describe it.
It's chicken and rice, celery, carrots, and a little bit of onion. And of course the goo, but...
I mean, I could eat this every meal with every day. And that's not exaggerating. Like, this is my favorite soup ever in life.
I don't make it too often because it is a little involved.
It's a lot.
You have the last bite, love.
No, here, I'll eat half of that one. Oh, chug. Like, that's how good this is.
Goodness gracious. This is our supper tonight, so. And that's a lot. And he will eat all of it.
I will eat. Give me, like, that whole pot, give me 2-3 days.
Yeah. I know when I was making it, it probably didn't look very tasty. I mean, it's not the most attractive color, but it's good. Just try it.
Just try it. I'm telling you,
Tweak it if you
worth
want.
it. It's so good.
Try it this way. And if you don't like it, try it another way.
Try it another way.
Yay, soup season.
So happy.
Thanks as always for tuning in to this episode of Erin's Eats. I think next I'm going to try and make Panera's autumn squash soup because that's another good one. Hopefully it's simple. I don't know. I'm going to look for one of those recipes. Yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.